Welcome to our channel. In a bold move that has rocked international headlines and ignited debate across Africa and the West, diplomatic relations between the United States and Burkina Faso have entered uncharted territory. U.S. President Donald Trump added Burkina Faso to a list of countries whose citizens would be restricted from receiving U.S. visas, a policy widely seen as punitive and exclusionary. In response, Burkina Faso's leader, Ibrahim Traoré, struck back with equally unprecedented resolve, banning all Americans from obtaining visas to enter Burkina Faso. What began as a restrictive immigration policy has now escalated into a historic standoff between nations, capturing global attention. Across social media and news outlets throughout Africa, Traoré's action is being hailed as a bold assertion of sovereignty. The reactions range from praise for standing up to U.S. pressure to concerns about the long-term diplomatic consequences. This unfolding story isn't just about visas, it's about power, pride, and the balance of global influence. At its core, this conflict exposes how visa policies can be wielded as tools of geopolitical leverage. And for many Africans, Traoré's decisive response has become a symbol of resistance and self-assertion. The world is watching, and the implications are far from simple. Trump's decision to place Burkina Faso on the visa restriction list was framed as a national security measure by his administration. But many analysts and African commentators viewed it as an act of political punishment rather than genuine security logic. Visa bans can isolate countries economically, culturally, and diplomatically, affecting families, students, and travelers alike.
For Burkina Faso, a nation seeking stability and growth, the policy ignited both frustration and strategic recalibration. Enter Ibrahim Traoré, a leader known for defiance and commitment to national dignity. Instead of acquiescing, Traoré chose reciprocity. If you ban our citizens, we ban yours. The result was a sweeping ban on U.S. passport holders entering Burkina Faso, a decision that has gone viral across African platforms. Suddenly, African news feeds were filled with support for the move, calling it worthy resistance and Africa standing tall. The backlash to Trump's policy and the praise for Traoré's response revealed deep currents of sentiment toward Western influence. This isn't merely foreign policy, it's a statement of continental pride and political independence. Across Africa, the ripple effects have been immediate. Social media influencers, activists, and everyday citizens are sharing Traoré's decision widely, interpreting it as a powerful assertion of African agency. Many see this as a turning point in how African states respond to Western pressure and intervention. For the first time in recent memory, a leader in the region has matched U.S. policy with a direct, bold countermeasure. Supporters argue that this move sends a strong message. Africa will no longer passively accept decisions that affect its people without consequence. Critics, however, worry about economic fallout, diplomatic isolation, and the impacts on international cooperation. Will students studying abroad, investors, or collaborative development programs feel the effects? Only time will tell, but what is clear is that this event has sparked genuine debate about sovereignty, dignity, and global equality. No matter the long-term outcomes, Africans across borders are watching closely, sharing opinions, and rallying behind the narrative of resistance. For many, this is more than policy, it's a cultural movement. This moment is defining how a new generation of African leaders negotiates power with global superpowers. Traoré's stance has resonated not as a mere tit-for-tat, but as a declaration that African nations will not be dictated to by policy alone. It emphasizes the importance of reciprocity in international relations and shines a spotlight on the frustration many Africans feel toward unilateral decisions by powerful states. Diplomats are now scrambling to assess the long-term implications of these visa bans on trade, tourism, and cultural exchange. Scholars argue this could set a precedent for how mid-sized and smaller nations assert themselves on the world stage. Whether seen as courageous defiance or reckless retaliation, Traoré's decision has become a flashpoint in global dialogue. What began as a visa policy has become a conversation about power, respect, and mutual recognition among nations. And as this story continues to unfold, one thing is certain: the world will be watching Africa's response with intense interest. This is not just about borders, it's about identity, autonomy, and the future of international diplomacy. Africa stands at a crossroads, poised between independence and interdependence.
If you believe Africa should be able to assert its own dignity, sovereignty, and voice in the world, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into Pan-African leadership and global dynamics. Share this video with friends, family, and communities who want to see Africa respected on the world stage. Comment below with your thoughts on whether Traoré's stance marks a turning point in international relations. Your engagement helps spread awareness and fuels conversations about Africa's future. Stand with narratives that empower, not diminish, African autonomy. Together, let's support leaders and ideas that lift African voices and honor their choices. Africa's story deserves to be heard, understood, and respected. Join the movement today.